Again, we have started this second or third piece about العرب والترجمة, and my comments are very, very clear about the word النقل. النقل, we have to make sure there is transmission and there is also translation. Of course, the word trans means across. Okay, you are transmitting means you are sending across, transmitting, and translating you are sending across in a different language, using different language. So النقل وجدنا إنه كلمة نقل في اللغة العربية. Of course, when we go to the dictionary, we will find that the word نقل can mean transport, transportation, and it could be transfer. ينتقل من مكان لمكان إحالة, transfer. So it can be many meanings to it. So we have to be very careful that the word نقل originally in باللغة العربية, the word نقل معناها الترجمة. وكلمة التقليد أيضا مشكلة كبيرة في معرفة معناها. يعني هل كلمة التقليد هنا بالنقل والتقليد, تقليد here means المحاكاة. So in other words, the word تقليد in Arabic has got two meanings to it. We have to recognize that in the Arabic it's تقليد, meaning here that it is not tradition but imitation, mimicking, copying is another form of you are copying, you're imitating other cultures through translation, of course, and through copying other people, the Arabs were copying. التكييف والتجديد, طبعا التجديد means innovation, but we can notice that the word innovation اللي هي التجديد, okay, there is renovation which is تجديد of course, but that's تجديد للمبنى, للبيت. For the house, you can renovate the house, make it تجديد. يعني بيجدد بيته, it means that they are actually renovating some parts of his house. فكلمة التجديد here is not renewal, because when you are renewing a book, when you are borrowing a book, you renew that book from the library. That is تجديد أيضا, تجديد الحجز. So we have to be very careful of which word for تجديد here. And here, what is meant by تجديد, it means innovation in particular, which is excellent what the translator has done. I liked the word heritage and lore, which is one for the science and one for art, for the art. One from Persia, Faris, and as I said, the word Faris لها أكثر من معنى. So we can't just say it's the knight, you know, the white knight with the shining armor, يعني الفارس الذي على حصانه الأبيض وكذا. This is, of course, this is فارس بمعنى مش فارس اللي طالع على الفرس الأبيض. لا, هنا الفارس بلاد فارس يعني. Persia, long time ago. Greece, اليونان. يعني طبعا بدل كلمة اليونان ممكن نضع الإغريق, which is a transliteration, as I said earlier in the video when I showed you the actual text. بل حوروا التراثين بموجب حاجاتهم الخاصة. هاي كلمة حاجاتهم الخاصة يعني special, if you say special needs, then it is in English. It means that you are talking to those who are disabled. And that is really completely incorrect in English, because it gives a different to the intended meaning that we are talking about here, which is حاجاتهم الخاصة, their own needs. Their own needs. يعني here is a very important. وطرق تفكيرهم, ways of thinking, is a very good way of, or ways of thought, you can say that as well. وبعد أن طبعوه ما ترجموه بطابع. طبعوا بطابع, they gave it they have contextualized it for the Arabic mind. In other words, they make it, localized it. I would say localized it is also for the Arabic mind, will be a good word. طبعوا ما ترجموه بطابع العقلية العربية. Localize the translation. In other words, they translated it for the benefit or for the local implications only, for the those who are reading it in Arabic, so they can understand it through the Arabic mentality. So through the Arab mentality or the Arab mind. It's fine, the Arab mind as well. انتهى بما ابتكروه via Syria, Spain and Sicilia. فصار أساس العرفان الذي دان له الفكر الأوروبي. يعني كلمة دان له is very very important. You know, the medieval European thought is you know, attributing it to the to who? To the actual what has been done by the Arabs in terms of what they have done and what they have transferred, what they have transmitted, okay, what they have translated with the Arabic mentality. The European, medieval European thought owes a lot to this kind of basis of knowledge which is passed on by the Arabs. يعني كلمة دان له الفكر الأوروبي means that the European, medieval European way of thinking or thought owes a lot to the Arabs for the basis of knowledge that they have passed on in terms of على أن نقل الأفكار والعلوم ليس transmission of thought and science is no longer or is no less in value. نقل الأفكار والعلوم. نقل الأفكار والعلوم, transmission of, is an excellent choice by the translator. The word نقل to mean transmission of concepts and transmission of thought. He says الأفكار ترجمها كلمة thought, الفكر. يعني نقل الفكر. الأفكار أو الفكر is close to each other. That will be fine to do that. يعني هو طبعا قال الفكر الأوروبي thought وبعدين الأفكار, نقل الأفكار. نقل transmission of concepts, transmission of ideas and science. So concepts and scientific knowledge is being passed on. Okay. ليس في تاريخ الثقافة بأحط مقاما. It's no less important in value. Less in value, less valuable than بأحط مقاما من الابتكار. كلمة الابتكار هنا يعني مثل كلمة التجديد. Innovation is تجديد or الابتكار. ولاحظنا أنه كلمة innovation is put at the beginning for the word تجديد, which is excellent and accurate. And also we found that innovation in the very end when we were talking about الابتكار also is acceptable and it's definitely the right word here. So it's a very good word choice by the translator through the decision-making process. But I am concerned about the word origination and innovation. Well, of course, origination, I would not say origination. I would say من خلال طبعا innovation means الابتكار. ما هو ما قال والأصالة مثلا origination, ما قال هذا الكلام, قال الابتكار, فما قال origination أبدا, قال بس الابتكار innovation. And then of course ليس في تاريخ الثقافة of course is no less in value than innovation in the history of cultures or in the history of culture. So that is really we've noticed that the choice of words in this time is quite good, and I liked quite a lot of aspects here that have been passed. It seems to me that the translator here is much more aware, is much more confident in their way of translating from Arabic into English than in the previous one that I did earlier, which is number 2. So this one is much better about العرب والترجمة, Arabs and translation. Thank you.